Hello there. No wonder the government is in a mess. The civil service obstructs it at every turn. The woke lefties will be so pleased. They've got the civil service in their Marxist pockets, helping to derail the policies of an elected government. So while they're meant to be at home working on government policies, they're not working at all, but plotting as to how they will implement their own policies instead, without being elected. Talking about refusing to work on certain projects because it offends their sensibilities, or going on strike to stop the government's Rwandan policy, for example. And one of the big policies they're failing on is that of civil service reform. And according to the Institute for Government, out of the 30 actions required to update the service, only 8 had been completed months after the deadline for doing so had passed. And it says that more could have been achieved in the last 10 months. I bet it could. So the civil service refuses to reform itself. But as Richard Littlejohn so eloquently lays out in the Daily Mail, the days of civil servants unquestioningly carrying out ministerial instructions are over. Begs the question then, if these people are running the show, what is the point of democracy? Why have a government and an opposition? And that's the real issue here. If civil servants try to upset general government policy based on manifesto commitments through strikes and union legal actions, then what they are doing is directly involving themselves in dictating policy to the country. Yes, dictating their unelected policies onto you and I, who have not chosen what they wish to enforce on us. No wonder the Home Office is in such a shambles. And that cannot be right. It is totally undemocratic. But since when has that bothered civil servants? They get gold-plated pay and gold-plated pensions and do not have to worry about votes. In fact, they seem to think they're in charge. Ministers are there to set the policy and civil servants are there to ensure it works, not to decide that they know better than elected politicians and the people, the electorate that voted the politicians in. If they have personal ethical reasons for disliking a particular policy, then get yourself transferred or leave. Engaging in what is in effect a mutiny against government is not the correct thing to do. In fact, in democratic terms, getting up to such deeds is unethical in itself. Littlejohn is absolutely right in his piece. Although reform is needed, we need to start by getting them back in their offices, and if they won't, then sack them without compensation. Then maybe we can get Whitehall working somewhere near efficiency once again.